time at a location. And they were prisoners trying to break out during the rule of an evil empire. This evil empire is ruled by snake men, the Yuan Pi. These are people, former humans that have sacrificed their souls to the worship of evil snake gods. And they ritually mutate themselves into half snake form. So they have a variety of snake forms. Some of them arms for snakes, head for snake, lower half, that sort of thing. Their specialty is sort of infiltration and then seeding snake cults. And then when several cities had already come under the worship of their snake gods, they revealed themselves and began their conquest in the open to take over the rest of the continent, which they succeeded. That was a 100-year war in which they took over this continent, and they declared the war over about 10 years ago. They now rule it. So the prisoners from last time, they were the worst of the worst in the eyes of the Yuan. The worst dissidents, the rebels, the troublemakers, and they put them all in a maximum security prison, which they escaped. And then they had the choice to where to travel and who to seek out for help. And they allied themselves with the Pirate Alliance, which is based in the Bay of Rapiers, sort of an island paradise, somewhat Tortuga-ish. There you go. So they are now based in the Bay of Rapiers, and from here they've made it their center to direct all resistance. The former alliance, which was people fighting the Yuan Pi, are now the resistance, and they're now coordinating through the Bay of Rapiers as led by players. However, when the adventurers first found them, they were under attack from a kraken. They had managed to successfully injure the kraken to such a degree that it was almost finished off. But half the Pirate Alliance had been slain in the action. And so now the pirates in the Bay of Rapiers are only just half of who they used to be previously. Understandably, they were quite traumatized with the experience. And not a lot of them are excited to get back on board fighting the Yuan. Some of them just want to cut and run. The mission that has been given to you by Valvorex, the queen of the pirates, is to fortify the resolve of these pirate captains. 1, 2, 3. 3 pirate captains are being held as the leader of this splinter group that's leading the charge on, I don't think this is worth it, and let's just go. And Valvorex is leading the faction of, leaving does us nothing except get us killed quickly. Once we're split up, we just come us down one by one and can't even put up an easy resistance. So stay together. So Valvorex wants you by any means necessary, by persuasion, coercion, assassination, whatever. She doesn't care. The pirates. Whatever means necessary, get them back on board. Even if you have to get somebody to replace those captains or whatever, it doesn't matter. Do what needs to be done. That's the current situation. If you have in mind already a course of action or an idea for how you want to proceed, you can voice it now. Otherwise, I'll just introduce to you the various captains who are said to have been involved, or the leadership of this current faction, about the lead. It's going to be Captain Nicolas de Alderete. Captain Nicolas, I guess Ale, is that how you...
Yes.
Yeah. So Ale, Nicolas de Alderete is, if not the name itself, if not the person, then the name itself is familiar to you, because this sort of Spanish Renaissance style of name actually is culturally relevant to your peoples. Basically, the race of the Dampier, basically these light-walking lesser vampires, former invaders from a different realm coming to this area. former ally of the Alliance before they themselves were wiped out. They decided maybe we should stop sending people to this continent. They just keep dying. But some of you were left behind, and you are one of them. And Nicholas Alderete, because of the style of his game, indicates to you that this might be another one.
Okay.
It's one of your people. Lesser vampire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The second captain is supposedly one of the more charming pirate captains who has managed to win herself quite a significant number of friends. Familiar perhaps to Grail Greenock by the name of Cornelia the Red.
Yep.
Oh, by the way, Captain Nicholas is captain of the Broken Bow.
What?
The Broken Bow. Anyone who wants to attempt, you can make a history check.
History. Anyone have advantage in history? I got nothing, but I'm willing to volunteer.
So let's just prepare the people. That's all you can do. Just please.
Roll here, you roll, and then add whatever.
Oh, that works.
Okay, so
What'd you
this
get?
one.
You rolled
20.
20 anyway.
That works.
Good job. Study.
So, what's the history here?
I know all the things.
Okay, 20 as well. Ale?
Got
Did you
20 as
roll?
well?
No, I don't have history.
You don't.
But
I'll tell you if you can't roll without if you can't make an attempt. But normally you can attempt it even if you don't have to. Because anyone will have even like a brief passing knowledge of history. But it just depends on whether it's something that you came upon in your life experience, or is it like a fragment of what you retained from class way back when. That's
Okay.
all.
in this case, are you asking everybody to roll?
No, it's just whoever wants. At this point,
Does a -1 cancel my 20? Because that's going to upset me.
So the history behind this is the Broken Bow is quite infamous, actually, as a ghost ship. One of the few who are allied with the pirates.
Still allied with the pirate.
A ghost ship.
So in this world, there are several ghost ships.
Ships whose crews have already died, whose ships have already sunk, and have found to be sailing the seas once more. Many of them raised through necromantic magics or dark dealings, but alive nonetheless, or in a sense alive.
This is before the Kraken.
Before the Kraken. The Kraken from earlier. The Kraken, the first annihilated half of Ireland.
I guess, yes.
Yeah. So the Broken Bow is one of these ghost ships, and so it definitely lends a serious weight to the decision to leave the pirate line. That the Broken Bow is involved. It's such a big name, and it's so recognizable that to hear them wanting to leave is a foreboding omen to the rest of the pirate line. It's like, shit, if the ghost ship doesn't think we can win, then I don't know if this is worth investing in, basically.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Or even Barbosa's initial,
Yeah,
the Black One.
yeah.
Okay. Cordelia the Red is captain of the Reds. Yeah, they're a sleek smuggling ship, but they've made fast friends. Rather, most of the crew, especially the Captain Cornelia, and the first mate Zane Silvertongue, because they're very well known for easily making friends. So they've been able to sway popular opinion to
Cornelia and Zane.
yeah, that's the Reds. And the last would be familiar to Grail still, is Captain Dubok of the Sea Tank, D-U-B-O-K. Oh, if you would like to take notes, you may. Do you have a pencil?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not necessary, but often you might find yourself like scrambling, like, oh shit, what's the booth name again? So it might be cool, like, just to write the name so that you can, rather than having to ask every time.
What was the ship name again?
Sea Tusk. Captain Duboc is well known for his military precision, despite the fact that he is in fact an orc, a full-blooded orc. But not just any orc, he would be an Orog. Orog are basically like Uruk-hai from Lord of the Rings. They are larger, stronger, smarter orcs. So Orogs are typically, on average, as intelligent as a human being, and then they can become even smarter.
When you say military precision, it's a strategist.
Yeah,
Sorry, is that sea tusk?
sea tusk.
Tusk of a...
Under the sea.
So those are the three main proponents.
Right.
Duboc sort of lends muscle for the idea to this group. The Reds sort of lend their social impact, and the Broken Bow lends credence with its prestige.
So this faction, like by the people that are leading it, they really have like a lot of their, how do you say, like a lot of people who listen to these people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So you can safely assume that there may be like 15 to 20 more ships and crews allied with these people,
Yeah.
but these are the top.
Okay.
Yeah, these are the influencers, the movers and shakers of this faction.
The Kim Kardashian,
Yeah.
14,
Okay. The IG influencers.
15.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
that's basically it.
Okay. So we have
Now you have free
motivate-
reign of this very Tortuga looking place. As you would suspect, it's an entire city made from the broken and recobbled together shipwrecks, boats essentially that have been brought onto shore to construct buildings. Oftentimes, not even taken apart to an extent. So a lot of buildings actually have the ship prow still there, or masts still sticking out oddly from areas. The entire cove is well protected by dangerous reefs and choppy waters across it. It's only a very specific route that you can take to come in, and that's largely what keeps the pirates protected from sea invasion. Not only that, there's not a very good landing area from anywhere around this island. It's very meticulous to get to, so they managed to keep themselves well protected. And as such, they've been able to build a significant enough city as temporary as it may. It has most amenities, but don't expect it on any sort of high level. Expect everything to be dirty, everything to be grimy. Never to be served the drink in a clean glass. Every sheet will have a hole in it. But, you know, if you're looking for a bed, you get a bed. Looking for a meal, you get a meal. That's sort of life that they ecosystem that they've sort of created for themselves. So, given that, how would you like to approach this? Who would you like to go? What would you like to do? And then, Ale, this is the part of the sort of transition. I've set up the scene. I've given you your conundrum to fix. And you guys tell me how we proceed.
So, with me securing the logging camp last week, am I noticing any changes around the city or new boats being constructed?
Yeah. Actually, they've started construction on the shipyard.
Okay.
A shipyard proper to begin constructing the new ships. Brolin's party in one of their last sessions managed to secure a logging, managed to secure a grove specified for logging in order to bring lumber in and produce more ships. Because essentially half their fleet was destroyed. Now they're trying to construct more. However, you're finding that movement is a little sluggish because of this rip. But it's still going. Valvorex has demanded that it get done. So her faction is working around the clock. But her manpower is being sapped by defectors to other factions. And people are hesitant to commit to Valvorex initiative because they're thinking, Well, if these people split, then there's no point.
Where exactly is the party starting off? In the Bay.
In the Bay, I don't know. You guys have not come up with anything yet for your plot of land, right?
No, we know we want to dig a basement out and have 2 stories, but we don't know what's going in them.
Okay, so right now it's like a loose.
There's just there's tents on it.
So right now, a lot of the adventurers, because the resistance is largely divided up into maybe about 3. One is the Pirate Alliance, which makes up the majority. Next would be the resistance fighters who were fighting the resistance long before the Pirate Alliance or the inmates came in. And the third are the adventurers, mostly you guys. People that are just joining the fight now or who came from the Surasaya prison. The most recent comers, but the most significant and powerful faction currently, because the adventurers are obviously stronger than normal people, otherwise you'd not be adventurers. So, the adventurers have been homeless for quite some time during the Bay of Rapiers, because it's not a very nice place to live. So they have an outpost that's, what did he say, like half an hour's walk?
Yeah, about 30 minutes walk.
Yeah, it's half an hour's walk outside of the Bay of Rapiers, the city itself, into the jungle, up onto a cliff overlooking the coast. So,
Are we there now or?
no, not necessarily. If you ask me where you're based,
Okay.
it's basically right now it's like a war camp. A bunch of tents, some palisades. Everything's roughshod.
Right.
In a pinch, you could probably defend yourself, but war machines will probably roll over you. Trebuchets from wherever will definitely stop out of you. But that's about half an hour's walking. That's where you're based. Otherwise, you're hanging out in brothels, in taverns, in inns, or even at Valvorex's flagship, which is basically her base. A humongous galleon made into basically like a 4 or 5 story building. As it's sort of set on its side.
So since you guys are new adventurers, I would assume you've seen the camp and come up and to see the camp, and we've invited you to stay. So what do you guys look like?
Yeah, there you go. Thanks for that.
What are you
So you come up to the camp, Brolin strolled out to meet you, and he's like, you can stay here for now, first month's free, and then there might be some coin.
So Jessica,
with that introduction?
My character is named Jessica.
you can see the
Jessica.
judgment.
Yes.
For what? For
Oh
what?
God, you're naming your character Jessica. Yes.
She's one of those.
Mine's Chesco.
Yes. We're secretly.
Right. So we have. Is that with a K or?
No. It's JESS apostrophe CUH.
What the hell?
Jessica. It has
I'm
to
just
be.
right thing, Jessica.
It has to be pronounced with a
That's the
Californian
Elvis.
girl.
Yeah, it's the Elvis color.
Yes.
Jessica.
Elvis.
Okay. All right.
Yes. She's from the Beverly Hills.
Oh, she's one of those. Valley girl.
Valley girl.
Race type.
Yeah, she's a valley girl.
It's a Valley elf.
Oh God. So Jessica comes from a prominent elven family. She spent around 10 years in her family's basement. At this point, she does not remember why she was put there, but what she does know is that she has sudden bursts of magic that she can't control. And we can assume that that's the reason why. Her family is a prominent elven family that's proficient in magic, and they're very proud. They don't want their daughter tarnishing the family name. So, tired of the half-life that she's been living, she escapes her family home and is on the run from from emissaries they've employed to look for her. So now she's still on the move, trying to find a safe place, and she stumbled upon the pirate island.
Bay of Rapiers.
Yeah, Bay of Rapiers. Yeah.
That's it. What do you look like?
Yeah.
Jessica is, as a Cheska.
Jessica with the apostrophe.
Sorry, Cheska is a 5'6" foot tall elf. She's very young. She's on the cusp of adulthood.
Is
elven
this elf? Yeah,
Yes,
elf
in
young.
elven years.
Okay.
She's lived a long life.
Got it.
Yes, she's lived a long life,
That's
but
young for an
yes, very young for an elf, still on the cusp of elven adulthood, and this, in a sort of, in a way, is her coming of age story.
Right.
in the middle of a war.
Yes, in the middle of a war.
It's right here, young.
And yeah, she's trying to find the reason why she has lost memories, but right now she's just trying to run away from her family and to live her life on her own.
Are you very well dressed? Are you playing? Are you dressing down?
Dressing down. She's trying to be as
Inconspicuous.
as possible because she doesn't want people to recognize her. Her family has photos of her drawings of her around several cities, and she's wearing a cloak and very simple clothes to keep her from attacking.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Lanterns have monochromatic eyes, so it's only one. It's one solid color.
You're like almost fade.
It's purple.
Ooh. So no irises or pupils
I'm
at all.
sure no one will recognize you.
Yeah, like a lot of the valley elves have purple eyes.
Real.
She has long auburn hair, kind of fair, tall.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. Let's go to ale first. I want to find out what ale is. So Will and I have had very long and meaningful conversations about the meaning of ale's life.
Yes.
It's an understatement.
We're interested.
But but let's just give him a peek of who Ale is. What does he look like? What sort of figure does he strike as he walks into camp? How is he dressed? What armor is he wearing? That's it.
Okay, pale skin, 6 foot tall,
Okay.
black hair,
Okay. Yeah.
Bearded.
No beard. Okay.
heavy armor.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
What do you have? Like elongated sharp ears?
Yes.
Like a,
Pointed.
What are the color of insides?
What colors are
What race is he, by the way?
oh, they have the same variety of humans.
Oh, okay.
It's also elf.
No.
Wow.
Brown. Okay. So something possibly noticeable when Ale speaks is that he sports two fans that come down very prominently when he speaks.
I have a question. Does it give him a list?
Oh yes, heavy. Just kidding.
The fangs taken from the top or the bottom?
Huh?
Are these top fangs that go
No,
down?
one is on.
One goes leftwards.
He never got braces. One's like that.
Are they from the top?
Top.
Top fangs.
Oh, they're dumb. They're dumb.
I don't even know.
He's alone would be a dead giveaway for most people. Since they are common enough, they're certainly an uncommon people, but definitely heard of in this area. No, not mythical. Not mythical. The lesser vampires, the Dampier, known, well, functionally they're simply called vampires. But the fact that they walk in daylight, they're not as powerful, but also not as restricted as true vampires.
Are they
Members of the Legion of the former members of the Legion of Dusk, settlement expedition of settlement fleet that had come from a different continent entirely. They arrived here, but the first expedition was mostly annihilated during the war, and then they didn't send a second one, and everyone that was still here got shot.
So the vampire can travel in daylight.
Yes. They're not restricted in any way or form, other than the fact that, they're still bound to drink blood.
How is Ale regarded?
More out of curiosity, probably. People,
Bay of Rapiers.
yeah, because people have seen worse.
Okay.
Maybe not curiosity by me. Maybe not curiosity by
Or maybe
me.
a different kind of curiosity.
I have nothing hard against.
Okay. How do you introduce yourself? What? give us like a short spiel.
Yeah.
Who your character is.
So you just come up to the gate, we're stood there waiting to show you a tent, and we turn around and say, who the fuck are you? who the F are you?
What do you say?
Yes.
Yes. Go ahead.
So I would know what he is, right?
Uh,
Fae fiend or undead?
well, okay, because you have a special connection with undeads, then you would know.
Okay.
With the undead.
Yes. I'm an adventurer.
Okay.
Yep.
That's all that matters.
I'm here to help. Yes.
Yeah. Well, you give up as much as you want or not. That's fine. You can do that.
So I would probably turn around to you and say something along the lines of, you seem okay, we can give you a 10. And then I would walk up next to you and whisper in your ear, where do you get your blood from?
Bad people. Only bad people.
I'll be keeping an eye on you.
I love it. Excellent. So, let's go to Sarah. Who are you playing for?
When I see the human, and then he says like, oh, he's gonna charge, and then I'll bring out my finger tools and I say, what if I can fix stuff? Can I lodge here for free? And then you see, I'm 3 foot tall. No, because apparently I can't be satisfied.
Oh, you're a new character?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
What's the
I
name?
can't be satisfied with just one. Anyway, I'm a 3 foot tall gnome with a short blonde hair and with pointy ears, big kind of pointy ears. And I don't know how common gnomes are here, but I guess they're common enough. She's also wearing heavy armor. She has a whip at her side, and her armor has a lot of like hinges and knobs and dials. And then maybe her most prominent feature is she has an artificial leg that also has dials and it seems kind of...
Who's she using? Goose?
Like kind of steampunk. Oh, here. My name is here. And then yeah, I have an artificial leg. And then if I see that I'm being charged, like, what if I can fix stuff for free? And then I bring out my tinker tools, and then I look at Brolin expectantly / hopefully / hoping to impose my and then I say Captain Valvorex sent me.
I guess we can make an arrangement. We've just got a new lumberyard. So a new lumberyard. So we do need machinery sorting on there. So I guess you can earn your keep.
Excellent. So I guess I don't know. I guess it would be obvious that is it obvious that I'm not but
Well, your leg would certainly
yeah,
be
so
very obvious.
I'm from maybe if you've heard about the tiny person with the artificial leg, you would probably hear maybe the most you hear about her is she's from a different continent and yeah, she's from a different continent and I guess.
Have you described your leg? Have you described your leg?
Oh yeah.
Let's go to Grail Grenade.
So,
I'm trying to reason my way out of pain. This guy.
could it be possible that I'm already inside the outpost?
Sure.
Right, so,
If I see quit, oh wait, I know
yeah,
it, I know it.
yeah, exactly. So, we have 3 who come into the doorway, but mine, first would be Shade, my pet wolf, would start running out of the doorway. So there's like a peg that I
Oh,
got.
that's adorable.
Alright. So this wolf cub starts running out of the outpost doorway, and then out comes Grail trying to catch her, and then, just trying to discipline her and say, Shade, come back here. So my character runs into the party who's introducing themselves, or who's at the doorway. This is a peg, by the way.
Oh, okay.
This is how I pretty much look like. Right. I am a human ranger, but my character is pretty much inspired by the gunslinger. So I'm very much in tune with nature. and it so happened that I was just spending the night and resting in that particular outpost, and I was just spending time and mingling with my wolf dog, who was apparently becoming unruly. That's why I was chasing around out the doorway. And I run into the three of you who are at the doorway and say, "Oh, hi, we have new company, I see." And then I look at William. He's like, "So I see we're having more people join us."
There's always
Interesting.
more people. So you guys would see me, and I'm about 5'9" human. Human.
Rolling, right?
Suspiciously.
And very much in sort of winter clothes, very rugged, travelled, well worn. He's got two big ass swords on his side, and I would be questioning you as you come in. And I'd probably tell you, so you know this little gnome?
Yeah, I've had a run with her like a few weeks ago.
Okay.
Shade knows me a little bit. Like, I don't know if Shade will actually remember me, but I'm trying to appreciate myself to the whole stuff. But anyway, see, Shade remembers me.
I look at Jessica, and then I say, "I recognize you. Are you that missing person from?"
Jessica turns her face away and says, no, I don't know what you're talking about.
She doesn't go, whatever.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's me.
So I'll turn to you guys and say, well, if you want to stay here, you've got a word you keep. So we've just received a word of a new mission. So we'll go down and talk to the guard captain, and you can show us what you've got, and maybe you can stay.
All right.
Nice.
So now
Does
that
that work for you?
Yeah. Let's go for
Excuse me, I'm just gonna get rid of this for more space.
So basically, it's probably at that point that you receive the details of your mission and the various points that you can possibly try to attack this situation. But you've been basically given free rein, other than perhaps requesting like resources or something. You probably wouldn't be able to like request 200 gold worth of whatever to accomplish. You're sort of expected to get by on what you can do. Limited resources, but you'll get paid off and move the resistance forward. Is there anywhere that you want to be able to start from, or is there any preparation you want to do?
Sorry?
You have to convince them actually to stay, whether that means by whatever means you need.
Even I just say outright, okay, I'm not quite sure yet where to start, but in case I just inform you that I have a certain set of skills. No, I can attempt to disguise people, and I can also doctor some documents if we need to do those things. So I can assist in that regard.
Are we to
And
assume?
quick stuff.
Are we to assume everybody knows Valvorex already?
Valvorex, yes.
Yeah.
You likely would have met her at least once.
And everyone's aware now that we're in the outpost. Everyone's aware of Valvorex's instructions
No,
for the mission.
no. These missions have to be sort of come up to her war room to be taken actually.
Right.
So usually the captain of the guard will say, "There's a mission up on the board. You go check the room." And then you'll come into this place and it's really, really busy. Messengers coming in and out, couriers. You can see that they're poring over maps and moving pieces on a gigantic board that indicates route movements and cells operating in various areas.
Right.
It's truly a strategic planning room. And then there's a board there with various tasks that they say, okay, we need this done, but there's nobody to do it. Put it up to the adventurers. And then so that's
Okay.
and so something has been brought to your attention that is slowing down the resistance, which is a division in the pioneer. How would you like to do it? Wherever you like to do it.
I have a question. The three leaders of the faction, are they grouped together, said to leave, or is this just like, are they all in separate parts?
I think they're all separate.
Oh, Well, everyone is in the Bay of Rapiers. So you can imagine us basically in a gigantic bay inside of a cave, and many of the ships are moored either up on the dock or are anchored in the water. So some of those ships belong to
The three
these
captains.
and then the others, it's probably not well known. The rest of them are not probably well known. Some may have voiced out that they are together with this group of people. They want to leave. Others probably wouldn't have said it. But if you're asking me if they're all sitting in one place, no. I mean, they might occasionally. They might come to meet, talk on each other's ships. You could certainly try to figure out when one of those meetings are, if that's your designated choice action, because they do meet and they do speak and they do communicate with each other. But normally, when it's just them, they hang out with their crew. Elsewhere.
You want to gather information and when this general meeting of the three captains would take place,
Again,
just to get things going.
But they're openly, let everyone know that they openly want to leave.
that's what's neat. Yeah, that's what's giving this splinter group momentum because they're such big names. And they're voiced openly that they want to leave. And Valvorex feels that they, while she could try to threaten them and just have their ship destroyed, that might splinter the factions
Exactly.
further.
So what gives us confidence that this meeting will happen if the people attending the meeting are intent on leaving anyway? If you get my point.
What gives us confidence in what?
What makes us? What would guarantee us that these three captains would attend the meeting if they intend to leave anyway?
They're communicating with each other on who else is coming with us, or basically their next set of movements. Where will they go after this?
So it's like going to be an open declaration of how they intend to
Yeah.
detach from the group,
Yeah,
from the entire army.
yeah. It's open talk already. They've gained enough momentum that they don't have to talk in secret anymore about leaving. They're a significant enough faction to just go.
What do you say, guys?
There's no set schedule yet. They're bound to meet sometime soon to discuss things.
How much time is the prep?
Yeah.
How much time is the
How
preparation?
much time do we have?
That's a no. They could leave in a week or in a month. Well, since you're coming from Valvorex's side, she doesn't know too much yet. She's hoping that if you fail, then you'll at least know when to expect half her forces to leave.
Again, okay, well, my initial idea is if I can, just try to gather information. My idea is, for example, I'll disguise myself since it's only the leg is coming. So I'll disguise myself and I'll be like a handyman who will go to the specific crew or like to the crew that are planning to leave, and then if they can hire me or if I can offer my services to fix minor whatever on the ships or bases, and then I can try to overhear what they're talking about or eavesdrop somewhere or
Okay, all right.
things like that. Or I can,
Okay, so let's go in that area. But let's say that you're all enacting several actions at the same time.
Right,
So
right.
it's the same time, and I'll make each of you have individual roles so that you might have different avenues to success. So you can go and make a disguise kit check. You can use your intelligence, and we'll leave that there first. Anything that anyone else wants to try?
I'm just thinking somewhere along those lines. Like right on a different ship, I want to try and join and but I
or maybe.
Or you can play into your nobility. You can drop a name. Though that might be risky,
Oh yeah, they might take.
but it will blend credence. And as part of your kit, you have your scroll of pedigree, so you can actually prove who you are when you say it. So you could say like, okay, my family would pay a lot to get me back, and you guys are leaving, and I'm going with you. Okay, you're willing to take the risk of like people knowing who you are.
See what it is.
So why don't can I use my natural charisma to
Block your way.
to block my way into like getting onto the ship with using the nobility card without actually saying who I am?
Okay. Alright. Let's make an accommodation and say, does anyone have a forgery skill? So, you give Sarah, okay, so first of all, will you show Cruz your real one? So Cruz, she trusts you her identity, and she says, make one like this, exactly like this, except it's not them.
It's not.
It's not them. Change all of the last names.
Oh, okay. And then I'll say.
Make them
okay,
nobles.
But then since she's probably so worried, but then I'm a foreigner, so I don't really know who she is. So okay, one of these nobles again. So I'll just make them.
Okay, go ahead and make a forgery skill check. Go ahead, intelligence again. I mean, no, good. And then let's just see how well this goes.
That's 5. Hey, 20.
Okay, alright. So, you walk up to. Are you gonna pick a ship?
A ship
Ghost ship.
Leave me go ship. I got special skills.
I want to see the boat ship.
She wants to take a ghost ship.
I want to go there. I want to go there too. But we can all go there.
Okay, forget the other ship. Ghost ship it is.
I mean, go ahead.
We don't care if the other one's dessert, we just want this one.
We just want the good one. They sound good.
When I was making this, I was like, maybe not orcs. I don't know if they compete with ghost ships.
No, nothing beats ghost.
But I would assume I've been watching this ghost ship for a while anyway. Because I don't trust these people.
So, you bluff your way onto
Makes sense.
okay. The Reds, no nobility. Because, unsurprisingly, nobles are some of their most frequent customers.
Oh no, I might have put myself in a
But it's a good thing that you use your
nobility card.
your nobility card and a fake scroll pedigree.
Put that, you can put in the inventory a fake scroll of pedigree. Oh, here. You can put
Here.
fake
Scroll of pedigree.
And just like these valley elves. They even have like scrolls of like
Actually,
what?
and pedigree. I
That's a
think
human
in the time they actually needed him, but
I'm a rich person. I have a piece of paper that proves it.
You do what I say!
No one can contest this. There's a seal.
Well, it's largely because marriage was very vital to forging alliances. And if your blood is not as pure as you say you are, like if you're not descended from a king or from whatever, then your noble blood is diminished. And so marriage to you is not as worth as whatever trade or potentially you're trying to do.
I just like the idea of you pulling this thing out every opportunity. This tea's not hot enough!
my father,
Hear about this. I'm telling my father.
You put my spot! So you walk up to them, and they are as smooth as you are as you come on. You hold yourself very well. At this point, I'll say that you dress up.
I dress up a bit. I think I dress up a bit because I'm playing the nobility card. So I stole. I may or may not have stolen.
Well, you do have clothes of gold.
Yeah, I do. But also a few pieces of jewelry. Just
Okay.
I'll either sell for funds or glam it up when chest comes.
Okay. Yeah, so
What
Jessica
ship is
is
he?
planned.
What ship are you going into?
The Reds. Okay. So you walk up, you strut onto the ship. incredibly sharp and impractically tall heels clacking on on the wood of the ship. Yeah. Yeah, and you definitely get a picture. You stand there at the edge of the gangplank, like, are you gonna let me on or what? And so they escort you on, and the preparations to make for you, and they ask, Cornelia herself comes up to you to ask how she may be of service to you, and then you indicate to her your plan. Yeah, you heard that they intend to leave this hellhole, and you wish to be with them when they do. Excellent. You can go ahead. I'll show you Cornelia in the red.
Go ahead.
I think it might put the whole like my plan. So I don't want to bring it up. Smart.
Please do pick it up.
So like, wouldn't they question why I'm there in the first place?
No. No, this is like a resistance mission. So, nobles and criminals are like every walk of life that doesn't want to live under your rule. They might flee to the Bay of Rapiers.
Okay.
Cornelia the Red.
Right. Go ahead.
So, yeah, so she comes up, asks you to tell them exactly what you rehearsed in front of the mirror.
Yes.
Yeah. Why you playing on your lipstick?
I mean, yes.
So go ahead and make a perception check. If you want to, you're already a +5. If you want to, you can use your tide to chaos and sort of manipulate the ambient magics in the room into your favor. Yeah, and then you roll advantage. So, 2d20s.
Yes.
So you're gonna use the feature?
Yeah.
Okay. And then
Pick the higher.
pick the higher.
Pick the higher side. 5 and 4.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's not good.
Plus 5.
There. Okay, it seems like you're gonna have to sell her a little bit more as she goes. She takes a look, and she takes a look at the thing. Initially she's impressed, she listens to you. And as you're going, she's beginning to like have like, yeah, she has a questioning look on her face like, why are you here? And then she goes, if I might be so bold as to inquire, how did you find your way to the Bay of Rapiers to begin with? And so now you can see that she's trying to poke around, pissing holes in your story. How would you like to either lie to smoothen this over, or deflect, or reverse interrogate? I don't know. It depends completely on you how you want to put it.
I will try to deflect and use a value elf card and indignantly say, if you don't want my business, then I'll take it elsewhere and attempt to leave the ship.
Okay, excellent. I'll let you go ahead and make an intimidation check at advantage.
No.
Yeah, you're only +3, but it's advantage.
Okay, so do I
Twice.
say
The higher side.
I'll give you inspiration.
So 16. 16 plus
3. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so you stand up so forcefully, the chair is knocked over onto the ground. The table shakes and the glasses fall over as you bang into it to stand up. And then Zane Shepard, her first mate, rushes over to your side and says, no. Rest assured, my lady, that your needs will be seen to. All of my captain is trying to do is ensure the safety of our ship. You know, they get to sort of smooth things over with you. Another hit, Zane.
He does look like a Zane.
Thankfully, I didn't pick Chad. It was Zane.
Zane Malik.
Zane Malik, yeah. Zane rushes over and he sits you back down. Your patronage will be well received, don't you worry. You managed to successfully deflect, so they're a little more careful about how they proceed with asking you about your details and that way. And they start to make arrangements for you to stay on the ship and where in the location. And they have very good accommodations because they have smuggled people before. While you're in here, how are you trying? to glean things, and what are you trying to know?
I'm trying to build a better relationship with either Steve or Fernando and trying to gather as much intelligence to eavesdropping around the ship.
Okay. About specifically when we're leaving.
Yeah, when they're leaving, when the big meeting is going to be,
Okay.
if any other intelligence about logistics that I might pick up.
Okay, alright. So, you don't even have to eavesdrop to know when they're leaving because you can just ask. Because that's where you're at. Because you're a passenger now. Right? So they agree on terms. The money that they're asking for is ridiculous. You don't have the money to pay that. But it doesn't matter because it's fake. But if you do manage to leave with them, they're probably going to charge you in the realm of like 200 gold, far beyond your ability to pay at the moment. But yeah. So, you ask them and they say, if all goes well, we plan to leave in 2 weeks. But let me just clarify things with our partners. We're meeting on Saturday, 4 days ago. Yeah. Given that, you're given leave, you walk around the ship, you make an appearance, you make an impression, and then you're free to come and go. So I'll just say that at any point in time, you can just leave the boat, come back to your anyone that is not on Ghost Ship, because apparently 3 people are going to Ghost Ship.
Who are going to those ships?
1, 2, 3. If you're going to Ghost Ship too, I'll just take you all at once.
Okay, what about Dubok? I want to look into Captain Dubok.
You've met Captain Dubok before.
Right, in the tavern, right?
Yes.
Although I haven't really had direct contact with Dubok.
Correct.
I was like working undercover, or I was like working behind the scenes. I didn't really have. So,
Dubok.
yeah, I get it.
So if you two are going to the ghost ship, I'll go to Dupop with him. I'll go with him to Dupop then. If you two are going to the ghost ship.
So divvy up the.
So I can back you up.
Them all.
Okay.
Just because doing over the
So I'm thinking of digging up some information on how I can convince, or what could I say to Captain Dubok to convince him to stay.
Okay.
Like, I want to look into his histories, what got him into the resistance in the first place. So like,
Because of your experiences with Dubok in the tavern,
Yeah.
he tells you that he certainly respects strength a lot.
I'm sorry, is this Dubok directly telling me?
No, this is from your
In
knowledge of your party mates encounters
Right.
in the tavern.
Okay.
If you remember, like they
Yeah.
got into some,
Yep.
they tried to like wiggle things out of him, and they interacted with him, and they might have shared these things with you after the mission.
Right.
So you know that from secondhand experience that Dubok respects strength a lot, and then but cunning more. If you know what you're doing and you've got the strength to execute it, then you're somebody that I can trust to get things done. That's basically his thing. He seems probably the most straightforward among the top 3 captains to the head of this. He does straightforward. Just based on like a judgment of character, go ahead and make an insight check. If you're going with him, you can make it as well.
21 total.
Very good.
Alright.
Plus for 20.
So, the way you read things on Dubok's character profile, essentially as compiled by you and your party in the previous mission that involved Dubok, you think that he doesn't actually believe that the Alliance can win. He says,
The resistance, you mean?
the resistance can win. They don't have the strategy or the strength to execute. So at this point, my only concern is getting my crew out. It's probably his thinking. So he probably could be swayed, perhaps, if he could change his mind. That the resistance is capable of winning.
Could we simply board his ship and talk to him?
He's certainly a reasonable person, but his crew is not. His crew are largely orcs, and orcs respect strength, no matter who it comes from, no matter what it is.
Would they have heard about the stuff I've done?
Let's go ahead and roll. Let's do your choice of a persuasion or intimidation check,
Where the what?
because Brolin has been in a lot of antics there, so he wants to know if he's well over.
Intimidation. What's intimidation?
Charisma.
Charisma.
We don't have a problem with pick one.
Persuasion.
Yeah, so
17.
17. Okay.
yeah.
They may have heard because nobody's seen you yet on the article. So they know brawling is probably the popular conception of brawling is something that gets on a lot of scrapes and still somehow manages to come out with it. Not yet like a heroic, victorious person coming home bringing out the spoils, but somebody who's hard to kill.
Do I think that would have gave me some respect with them? With the crew?
With the crew, a level of respect, yeah. Opponents that are tough to kill are definitely earn a measure of respect.
So I just want to go to the ship then. And I assume there's a like gangplank onto the ship and somebody stood there guarding it or whatever?
There are a couple of orcs, and there's a woman that you recognize.
The lady orc.
Yeah, female orc.
What you've been doing?
Yeah. I know you.
Previously introduced to you as Urza.
Yep.
Female orc, almost twice as thick as most of her male crewmates.
Right.
She's wearing some form of bear skin. Has both a mantle on her head as well as the cloak itself. The bear claws are being worn as gloves, but out of the backs of them are basically some Wolverine sabers, these Wolverine razors coming down on either side. Obviously, vicious melee weapons. And so she's at the top of the gangplank and she just halts you right there.
As both of us.
Okay, so I turn around and say, I hear you guys are on your way out of here. I'm brawling. You might have heard of some of the things I've done. It's not appreciated. So I want in with you guys. Very direct.
Alright. Go ahead and make a deception roll. It won't be too difficult because they sort of take you at your word for this.
12.
Okay. Yeah, so she turns her, she calls over her shoulder, Dubois! And she steps off the plank. And you know, you can feel the plank shift in weight as she gets off. And Dubois trademark leather boot and peg leg clack coming up as he comes up from the lower decks.
Right.
And he greets you. He says, gentlemen, please, ladies, please. Bale's a woman.
Yeah, but
Oh.
are you
Are you male?
I'm just my normal male self at the minute.
So, he comes in, he ushers you in for seemingly a drink.
Right.
He says, you have not been, you do not captain your own crews, no?
No, I don't captain my own crew, but I tend to pick people that can get things done. I appreciate you spending the time with me.
Nothing better to do. As he pushes drinks in your direction. You drink with him?
Yeah.
Oh, no constitution check.
Not for the first. He says,
It's tea.
to what pleasure do I owe your
Visit.
your visitation?
What are we here for anyway? So you said you wanted to be part of the group, right?
So, I've been helping this lot out. Stuff ain't moving fast enough at the minute. So, I hear you're getting out of here. I want to see if I can help.
You might possibly be of assistance. I've heard of a few of your tales.
The mighty brawling.
The well-renowned.
Yeah, she says
One.
there is a captain, Nardok, of the Iron.
Yeah, what about him?
Nardok.
Yeah, I've heard of Nardok.
Nardok of the Iron Heart. Hobgoblin captain.
Mr. Uptight. If I remember correctly.
His kind are a little too rigid for my crew members, but he would make a strong ally. I feel that we could possibly create a smaller force, one more mobile, less likely to be attacked by the or draw attention from the new one. Or if we we were to join forces and form a fleet, we would certainly survive on the edges of the Empire, away from the entanglements of resistance, or we want to serve whatever masters we wish.
I like your thinking. If we can move quick, we can stay out of the way.
But Valvorex has refused this call, instead choosing to nail herself down, to ally with these resistance folk, to fight for morals. He seems to sort of shrug, and he says, I do not believe that this is where our destiny lies. We are not to die for some high and noble cause. Orcs do not live for very long, even our natural lives extend no longer than 50. It is not for us to win this war, merely to survive and profit from it while we can. If you believe as we do, help me win over Nardok. Many more will follow.
So where do you see us? Do you see us out pirating, or on the fringes hiding?
He says, the fringes are not for hiding, but for thriving. Pirates have never been confrontational. They attack lone ships like wolves. Stray sheep.
That makes
We are
sense.
hunters. But soldiers, perhaps not. Nardok is a little too set in his ways. A former military captain himself. Back when the hobgoblins still ruled many fleets. And he misses those ways, which are causing this. But it is a weakness. I believe that he can be turned, and he will be a strong and staunch ally. If you can bring me Nardok, I will allow you and whoever your crewmates are. He basically indicates like a party. Crewmates are to join mine.
Sounds reasonable. Should we drink to seal the pact?
Absolutely. I wasn't intending to let you leave.
So,
he used to fly you. Constitution.
to sum it up, he wants Nardok to join in detaching from the resistance. He wants Nardok to join in detaching from the resistance, right?
And he feels that Nardok carries an air as well. So more pirates will follow Nardok.
But we wouldn't want that.
Well, it depends on your character, yeah.
The reason I wanted to board Dubok's ship is to sort of appeal to him. To like sort of...
Oh, so I'm bugging up your plan.
No, I was thinking, because you mentioned he's a pretty straightforward guy, right? And he's all about strength. So when we boarded this ship and we were already having drinks, so he divulged his plan, or he actually explained that he wanted Nardok to join in. But would it be possible if Grail suddenly blurts out that, don't you think it's odd that, you know, the infamous Captain Dubok, you know, the man of strength, would suddenly opt to run away? Sort of like a reverse psychological approach. It's like, I can't believe I came all this way to meet you, and then you want to invite people to join you in your cause to escape. And then I sort of try to focus on that. Wouldn't it be like a thing of prestige if you stay here, fight, and prove your strength? If you, Captain Dubok, be the first orc to overcome the Yuan-Ti.
So you can make
Glory.
you can make your choice and of charisma skill, and then it'll flavor your appeal.
Right. Because
Because that sounds like a multi-layered appeal.
exactly. I'm moving in the sense that we're drinking anyway.
Yeah.
So he's given us his plan. So we assume that we're sort of sharing that current ideal. But then I still insert the idea in, or insert the
Here's the
opposition.
deal. Every time you drink, you make a Constitution saving.
Oh God! All right.
When you fail, you become poisoned, and so your roll is at a disadvantage. However, as you continue to drink, if you can outlast him, I'll lower the DC on the check that you're going the last check that you're trying to make, the one that makes him think. So your choice, how many drinks you want to invite.
Before he does, can I say I'm assisting him with this by turning around and say, he brings up a good point actually, you're this big infamous captain. Kind of makes sense, what are your thoughts?
Alright, excellent. So, how many drinks do you want to try and drink? You want to take one drink, or before you even begin to start to get drunk, you want to apply right away? In which case the DC is up here, and then, or you can take one drink and I'll lower it a bit, or another drink and I'll lower it again. But the moment you're drunk, we will touch it.
Does it count if I'm drinking as well? Does he get any sort of...
Sure, I'll give him advantage to it. Basically, because there's like two of you, so once in a while you're like, I don't know, drinks under the table, something about it.
In the semi-slim chance that we try to convince...
The moment you get drunk, you have to make the check. But every time you take a drink, I'll lower the DC.
Alright, but that doesn't really have any bearing on how well we convince Gubok.
It'll be the roll.
Yeah.
Let's say...
So you can make the check now. It can be your choice. Intimidation, persuasion, deception. Because all three are involved in the appeal that you want to make.
I have a -1 for all of that.
Oh shit.
Well,
Can we switch the roles?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
Because it's sort of time.
Okay, so...
Okay, let's try to wing him into it.
Well, I can take some drinks, I think.
Okay, so which roll are you going to use eventually? The last one.
My last one will be... Yeah, persuasion.
Okay, so it's going to be a persuasion check. The first go, the DC is pretty high because he's not drunk, he doesn't feel you've got camaraderie going on yet. It feels more of like an insult at this point, right? It's like you're insulting my honor by doing so. So
But by saying so.
yeah, by saying so.
So can Brolin just start slamming drinks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead and make.
I'm getting drunk. Yeah. 12?
Well, okay. You can make it an advantage because you're passing out drinks to each other.
Oh,
Nat
natural.
20.
Excellent.
Does that mean I get 5 drinks?
No. Okay, excellent.
Right,
So
right.
that's the first one.
13,
Advantage.
16.
16. Okay, excellent.
Plus one.
All right. You, at any point, you can just say, I think that's good. I'll take that. I'll stop there. I'll make the deal now.
I'm gonna gamble. I'm gonna gamble.
Oh!
Advantage. Really? Really? Twice in a row. Really?
It does happen.
It can happen to you.
It's happened to me before.
Okay. So,
Good.
I feel for him.
That was like
Oh, and that was on a 20.
that was a good tour. Huh?
Wait,
okay. Good.
what are in these drinks?
I've set the difficulty. I subtracted twice from it because you've been drinking, carousing. The topic tends to vary. You veer off, talk about combats that you've had. You share scars. You tell war stories, that sort of thing. It's the sort of thing that appeals to him. And then you begin to you get a little fuzzy and you think, you know what?
Time.
He's being really friendly now. It's been camaraderie. He's come around a couple of times and slapped you across the back and he's some camaraderie manner. So yeah, I think I've got him.
And I can't stand the bruises anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, you what?
Can't stand the bruises of the back slap.
So persuasion.
Yeah.
Advantage.
Disadvantage because you're poisoned.
Oh shit. But isn't
Oh!
Really? How?
I'll give you inspiration.
How? 3 ones in a row.
Oh my god.
How?
Use some different dice, but I don't know if that really works. But oh my god,
I'll let you reroll that one as part of the inspiration because it's such an intricate plot. I love it. Okay,
Somehow.
15.
okay, so this replaces the one. Roll the next one.
Come on!
7.
Oh, 7 total?
Yeah.
We'll get somewhere here. Disadvantage?
Disadvantage.
Because we're inebriated. Alright. We'll get somewhere.
Okay.
Alright.
So the
That's a very good.
The DC was 15. I brought it down by 2 in the first one and then 2 another. So it got down to 11.
Right.
So the 7 was in there.
So what happens here? We just got zonked.
Yeah.
He's just gonna stab us in the face.
So at this point he's like listening very intently to you guys. You can see, Inside check, disadvantage because you're drunk. Also.
Add inside for +3. That follows, right? I follow with +3 here.
20. Now I get 20.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Oh, disadvantage.
It's a 9. 9.
9 total.
Pick the lower, right? 9, 12.
Well, okay. That's different. So, you can see that you've definitely given something big to chew on.
Right.
And so he's like listening intently to you. You know, when you're done with the law, it gives you like 10 solid seconds of silence. Just looking at you, staring you guys down. And then,
While he's doing this, I'm just going to grab the bottle and pour myself in the bottle and do one.
Could we still say anything in the middle of 10 seconds?
no, just completely quiet.
Could I still say something?
Sure.
I would say, wow, the great Captain Dubok. Just imagine, like, what a rumor this could spread.
At this
If
point,
this thing spreads, I can say.
so he just adjusts the seat under the table, and then with a massive foot, knocks the chair out from under you, and you fall onto the ground. And he says to you, "Take your friend home. She's drunk."
Rollin just got this. I'll pick it up and take it.
Really good though.
So he lets you leave amiably. You seem like you've definitely given him something to think about.
We've got into it.
I mean, yeah, you've planted the seed. You planted the seed for it, but he doesn't seem completely convinced that in this case, Valor is.
We'll come back tomorrow night for more drinks.
Well, since they want the militaristic guy, if we can convince the militaristic guy to not go with yours, then maybe that
Or maybe we take the hobgoblin with us to try and convince him.
yeah, also that. Since they're more formal or something, maybe they want to.
You cut him out of the picture. The goblin. His plan relies on the goblin.
But is he just going to go with the other two ships if you don't get the goblin? So he was on about splitting off if the goblin would agree. So it'd be
Goblin's
two
not
groups of two.
The goblins are not.
No, hobgoblins. So
captain.
hobgoblins are in this world. They are essentially evil Spartans, raised from birth for acts of war, and their afterlife is basically Valhalla. So they believe that dying in glorious combat allows them to enter their heaven.
Oh, there you go. Maybe we could have used that to convince Dubok.
Well, Lord, that's not an Nordic thing. That's a hobgoblin.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, if you can convince
Dubok.
the hobgoblin
That-
to convince the orc to stay.
Because it's all about Valhalla.
The orc is like banking on the hobgoblin, or like they want their life.
Dubok sort of expects Ardok to join him someday.
So do these guys believe in like Odin on the planar level and all that stuff?
Yeah, they're God. There is a plane of everlasting war, where the various war gods all fight each other using the souls of all of their followers.
That sounds like a viable option anyway. So after this little gap with Dubok, we're not really sure if he's convinced. What if we try to go to Nardok next
I think
and
so.
convince him that, hey, stay with the Resistance, it'll be Valhalla for you. Isn't that what you hobgoblins are all about? Like,
And then
you're in
it'd
for the
be
fight,
trying to
right?
get him to come back and convince the orc.
Right.
So let's shift over to the ghost ship. Broken Bow. Now, I'm not going to show that a ghost ship needs 6, but you offer your services to like patch a hull or whatnot. Is that still your approach? You can certainly still try it. I'm just asking how you two are going to get on.
Is it possible to catch ghosts?
Depends on what you mean.
Like, can you make a device that can capture ghosts?
Yes, it's a very, very powerful device, and usually only very strong and skilled wizards can make it.
Wizards only. Not
Yeah, it's high magic. In player terms, maybe somebody that's like 8th level, 10th level.
So you can't use it on mechanical devices.
No, it's not good.
Can it, would it be possible? The captain, Nicholas,
Yeah.
he's down here, right? Well,
He's assuming because the name is close. It's a cultural.
so we're not sure that he is.
You're relevant. It's basically like if you are in the Philippines and you meet somebody with like Pedro with a Pedro name or Escobar, you can assume. You can say you assume they're going to be. Very rarely are they going to be like Spanish. You've got some relative.
Do you have any loyalties to like the factory or plant then? Because like my plant kind of relies on that.
You try to play on his loyalty.
Yes,
So.
because like what if we could forge some documents?
Well, the thing is, he's a pirate. So, entirely possible you can try to appeal to him like the glory days of our homeland, etc.
Like I was thinking,
But he is a pirate right now,
a
which means that he
pardon, or
does.
whatever he's got. Pardon. Like if he agrees to fight on behalf of
The crown.
yeah, against the snake people, he'll get a full pardon from all his pirating activities.
Okay, sure.
Yes.
Alright. So you want to ask your friendly neighborhood forger.
Yes.
To come up with a false deal
Yeah.
that will be absolved of all.
Okay.
Wouldn't that draw ire from Nicholas? Wouldn't that make Nicholas angry? Or
He's trying to the appeal that he's trying to go for is hopefully he's got some sense of national loyalty.
Like a few days.
Yeah.
Bite into
because
it.
he's a pirate, so he definitely ran away from your homeland for some reason.
I mean, it won't really matter if we survive. Hopefully.
Alright. So go ahead and make
Let's ask her permission. I don't know the homeland is like. So, like if you can show me other official documents.
Do you have official documents on you? Have you ever seen an official document in the history of your life? So you're gonna have to fake it.
So what is
Yes.
there an official document from their land?
So Ale isn't even a recognized citizen of his nation.
A passport.
He is, in a way, of speaking. So, yeah, basically he just says, well, you know, the iconography is typically of a sun, so a sun. So, you know, make a sun key in the design of this thing. But otherwise he doesn't know. He's got as good a shot as he does.
Go for it.
I don't know.
Check. Take a checker, that's the plan.
Do you have any like
Ako lang lang, this is starting to hear you.
Yeah, sorry.
No, I was thinking like instead of being like with their shared bond from where they come from, since it's not really a recognized part of the country. Like what if like we shared like the pirate life? Because like pirate is kind of like an adventure. So like your life as an adventure and you kind of related to that, right? Gain his favor.
Well, you've seen her document, right? What if you do it for her country, like her region? That she's
He's not elder.
no, but can you not put a document together saying her country? Same thing, yeah. Yeah. That says he's going to partition them to get all his crimes abstained.
It just has to look legit.
I think the easy part is because I actually saw her
Yeah.
document, but Dale doesn't just have a reference for what official documents from this homeland comes from.
That's what I'm saying. Do it for her homeland.
What if
Same thing for her homeland.
Oh,
So as if he's a citizen of there.
okay.
It's forged anyway.
Well,
As long as we're forging anyway.
I mean, the moment this he talks, Nicholas will know that he's down here, so he might see through the document.
well, you can certainly try to angle it in that you are accepted in their land. That sort of thing.
What do you mean?
And there he did that. Jessica is married.
Oh my God, you scandal! How dare you marry lower?
She just did it to get back at her dad as well.
Yeah, you married down. That he's a citizen of their country.
Yeah. Because you already saw my document. You can copy it for him.
It's convenient that way.
We're presenting that, he also wants to for
Then, oh yeah, what's your
the overstay is. Because, yeah, I mean, my 15, so you also want the cover story of like you are noble and one story.
Well, what if we do it like this? So, what's your homeland called?
California?
Okay. So, this is an official document from California saying all crimes will be all crimes will be all past crimes will be ignored. Blah blah blah. You're the messenger for it,
yeah, you can make me a disguise.
Yeah, I can also do that.
and he's just the messenger of this document.
Also, like someone wants to do it.
That could work.
Yeah, so you just need to hide you.
But that also means you should probably demand something of him to make it legitimate, right? We'll resolve all your crimes if you.
If you do this,
Right. That's it, yeah.
Want the skills?
Oh, that's what you
want
were
the skills?
Yeah. You do this, all your crimes will be
So it's a conditional thing. And your role as messenger is to see that it's carried
So you
out.
believe delivered to.
No, the condition is
Yeah.
carried out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You deliver it.
So I was thinking,
we should, that. So we should, so someone wants him to, so he's accepted in the other side, for what is there like a reason why like someone wants him or wants to,
they're thinking maybe giving him a job with the Royal Navy or something after, if he does it.
What's your question, Sarah? What did you mean?
no, I mean, di ba yung cover story, we're going to fake or everything
Yeah.
so that we'll try to convince the vampire captain that this other, like her city wants to take him for whatever reason.
Like an incentive?
Yeah, like an incentive, and then, but he has to like.
There's got to be a demand or it doesn't make sense, right? There's got to be a reason, a demand or it doesn't make
What
sense.
do they want him for?
Or we could just say, they're gonna pay him to do it.
No, I think payment comes with it. Or I think it should sort of come up as understood. That payment should come up with it.
It's cool.
What if we
Or
mention-
maybe just do it very direct. If he stays with the resistance, they will give him safe harbour in all of their docks and
Turn a blind eye to his criminal activities.
And I was thinking like maybe a part of it would be like the fact that he already has a criminal activities. The fact that there's like the snake people in that continent that like might keep them safe because it's creative thinking in terms of fighting these types of
Do you know what is the situation of this one currently? Are they invaded by the Illuminati or?
They're across the sea. So they're safe for now. They sent migrant fleets to expand their territory into this continent, but at the same time the Yuan fleet came up. So they allied with the existing powers to try and fight who you want to, but we're largely white.
The vampire.
So, but that's just whoever came over from their country. Now, occasionally there are trade vessels that come and go, but very, very rare.
So he wouldn't know like a modern day document looks like from that country.
He would know.
He wouldn't know like a modern day document.
Depends on who he was before. Probably not without any additional asking on your behalf.
And we know what he was before.
Who would you like to ask? You can.
No, we're asking who Nicholas was before you.
Now my question is, I suspect that the people that would know who he was before are also from his country.
Not me though. I wouldn't know
So
though.
they're all on the ship.
Not you. Because of your specific background, you would know.
But the fact that he's the captain of a ghost ship, are there also other dancers there?
That's a good question. I'll say, go ahead and make a persuasion check. And this will just symbolize like you asking around, like trying to talk to innkeepers and tavern owners about, you know, Captain Nicholas to see, are there any other people like him on the around?
Me as Chester.
Anyone that wants to come.
I am low.
With the amount I've watched them, because I would be keeping a close eye on these mofos. Right. Would I know any more than anybody else about them?
I'll give you advantage to that same round.
No, we're asking around about the
You're asking about who you watched. You were asking about who you watched.
The ghost ship captain.
I guess it's hard to without pulling up big document.
Hey,
See?
You might know.
You happen to know, you happen to know that his first mate is Francesca de Andia.
what about her?
Also, that.
The idea?
De Andia. Dale doesn't know his name or his real name. He doesn't know. One of his backstory.
Sorry, just background on that. There's a character in Jessica's past that I really want to name Jamarcus.
So bad. I didn't allow it.
The option is between Jamarcus and Deshaun. So I think both are
I throw down random letters and then let him try and pronounce it. It's much funnier. That's why I was like, I don't know how it's pronounced. Deal with it.
I usually say names when I come up with them first because I want to see how they roll off the tongue. But
it's good. I love it. And it goes with Jessica.
they're quite rare. But the one that's immediately in his vicinity is probably his first mate. Francesca de Andia.
Does Francesca ever know
Yeah, definitely.
is there a chance that Jessica might chance upon her in one of the taverns?
Sure. But I want to focus first, I guess, on that. Since you did manage to do the reds, I want to figure out how you guys are approaching it.
Did we ask her?
You want to approach her, Francesca.
I don't know. It might be a bad idea.
Anything could be a bad idea. Anything could also be a very good idea.
What?
You can try. Oh my god, you should.
Let's go for it.
Yeah. Hot vampire food.
Oh my god, it's Twilight.
You gotta bring on your sparkling game.
Let's go.
Put your sparkles on, bitches. We're going flirty.
You can do it. Yeah, I think you can do it.
This crazy's not bad.
No, I have deception. But in this case, it's not legit flirting. Is that deception?
That might be it.
Oh, you have intimidation. Your highest is intimidation.
You should intimidate her into loving you.
Oh,
Should
that's what you
intimidate
should
her into loving him. That's how vampires do it.
You're what's wrong with the world. Male violence.
I like watching you
Poor
sleep.
Francesca.
You just need to walk up to her and be like, "You're mine now." Intimidation check.
The orc next to you has the hots for you. That's the way the orcs do. Okay. So, I'll assume that you wait for an opportunity and Francesca comes off the broken bow.
Yes.
Goes off. Sure.
Do you want that kind of situation? More casual?
I'm guessing.
I'm sorry, I have a negative one.
No, it's fine.
What's in a vampire like you?
I'm guessing she has to go off the feet.
That's
Something living.
it's true. It's true. Her anatomy demands that she must feed.
You can
I'll go
give
for
her
it when she's feeding.
Feeding. Okay. I'll say that you take a couple of days to do it. And if you find that she doesn't leave as often as she needs to feed,
Okay.
indicating to you that she has some sort of source of blood on the boat. But she does leave the boat eventually.
I have a question about the ghost ship. We know that
The
the
ship was sunk.
so is it automatically that all the crew there are undead?
Apparently not. And it's, the first mate and the captain seem to be Dampier. And Dampier, while they are lesser vampires, they're alive.
They're not undead.
They're not true undead. I mean, they can't be affected by spells that would typically harm undead. Because they're not all the way there.
Have we not seen their undead crew out and about or no? Would that a rare, would that be, I mean, if we've heard of, so we've never really, okay.
They don't need to. Nor do they seem to have the desire to. Nor does anyone want them to.
Are they bound to the ship? Kind
That,
of like,
that is not a mechanic that's well known. You're not entirely sure. But the captain and the first mate do leave.
Tavern.
Tavern. Okay. So, tell me, Ale, of your preparations for tonight. So, Francesca saunters in through this door. You can tell she's fair-haired and fair-skinned. A lovely, lovely individual, quite well-dressed. Definitely dressed out to go out in the town. She's wearing she's wearing these sheer stockings to like really expose her assets. And long, lovely legs.
I need to know how you prepare for date night.
Correct. That's why I'm setting him up. I'm setting him up.
Nice.
Yeah, so she is a lovely lady. She walks in. She's scanning the room. Her eyes lay upon you, and then she sees. What does she see? When her eyes come across your table.
That is the shiniest wings in the whole place.
You know, before we went, I'm just gonna like try to make it look better than I did.
Okay, because this endeavor took a couple of days because you had to like wait for Conquest to come out. I'll say that you could have made this a group effort.
Yes.
You could have been setting up strategically in the tavern to do something to assist us or whatever you wanted to do.
And so,
He's got his cling wings.
Would he know or?
It's fun. Glitter box.
I don't know a lot about their race. I'm just gonna assume that they like attractive people, so I'm just gonna help me. I'm gonna use this guy's kid to. Well, he doesn't need to change his look, but just
Makeup.
I'm gonna help
more
her.
flawless than he
I'll help
is,
her.
and
I've got disguise.
To what standard?
which one?
You're just sort of making it pristine looking.
Yeah,
We've got to make him super pale, even more pale.
she's really pale.
Casper
Okay,
pale.
then we'll do
Let's
that,
go
and
from
then-
handsomely well to wondrously handsome.
Well noted, well noted.
And then I don't really know.
Don't forget the eyeliner.
Yeah,
Yes, yes, yes.
that's okay. Just, subtle. Something to draw the eye.
Guy liner.
A little bit of shadowing.
Who is helming this? I suppose you're the only one that knows it. Oh no. I mean, you know disguises, but you know makeup.
Okay, so just
Polish the fangs.
just
Turtle wax.
pounds on ale and just work their magic, spruce him up, clean up all the grime that's on him,
And we need underneath that, just gonna embellish his clothes, because since if the first meat is looks kind of fabulous, we're really gonna add more.
Okay. This endeavor takes you like a day and a half to try. There is an unbelievable amount of grime on Ale.
yeah,
Like he hasn't bathed in like weeks.
yeah.
I should have just gone drinking in the orchard.
There is dried blood all over his weapons, under his fingernails.
My wolf cub will help lick off.
Oh, but we need to do like the wingman setup. So Brolin will be in the bar as well. He'll walk up and start harassing this woman.
Yeah, and then you guys, yeah. Get
We
off
got
her.
this, bro.
Oh my god,
Best wing ever.
don't get with him.
Okay.
Ale ends up looking like a girlishly handsome dark goth with eyeliner, extremely pale.
It's like the Dothuation.
Sorry, what?
The Dothuation.
He looks brooding. Without
Hair long
any
and short.
kind of- Yeah.
Ale,
We fixed it up to look with that and think dark shadows on that. Okay. But more roguishly handsome.
okay.
But then I take off the guy liner.
That
You're a vampire. You need it.
I have to say, the eyeliner is enchanted every time you
Nice,
take it off. It
nice.
magically appears. So there's no way that you can take it off.
Guy
And I like to imagine as we're walking him up to the tavern, every now and then he tries to roll around on the floor. We have to pick him up.
Occasionally, like he sees like a feeding drow, a feeding drow, where like before the pig's food, and then he's like, just to get rid of everything that's caked on him, he tries to like make a jump for it, and then party over it.
I'm not sure she'd be into that. I mean, what she's a pirate first mate.
But obviously,
But
she's into a
you
pirate.
saw the picture.
She goes out looking like that, so she probably.
But guy liner.
She's on the prowl.
So I think
By the way, Will, in case you didn't notice, I had a dramatic pause earlier.
Sorry?
Well, for effect when I said that, she scans across the room, and as she lay her eyes on her table, she sees, and then we need a dramatic pause.
and then we flash back to all of
And
that.
then we flash back to all of that. That was a dramatic pause. You want?
Anybody willing to donate some blood?
The Dampier's smoke will give you my fire starter.
Adds to the cool.
Yeah.
And he's like,
I feel like this is gonna go really bad.
Well, it depends. Okay.
don't worry, I'm winging you. We can go away.
All right.
Are you willing to donate some blood?
Hell no.
What kind of wingman are you?
Oh, wow. Are you gonna offer a big?
Yeah.
Okay. Or, like, any kind of blood?
Yeah, any kind, right?
But maybe she has a taste for a certain kind of food.
So
That
that
might
would
be
be
interesting, but it seems rather personal. I don't know how you would know.
No, I don't know.
So she walks in, she sees you all dressed up. You're not in armor, are you?
No. Just like maybe greaves.
Okay. Yeah, just to kill the ladies.
Yes, that's right.
So as she lays eyes on you, she raises an eyebrow to sort of acknowledge that you're there, and she because there doesn't seem to be relative to the rest of the tavern, you're quite well dressed. Maybe a shade too dressed, but not for her certainly, because she is in a similar situation. So she walks over there and catch her out.
Okay, just before she gets to you, I give you the wing.
The hammiest wing.
I'm just like,
All our efforts. Everyone's efforts. It's finally going up.
and I walk up to this vampire woman. I'm like, you alright? Do you want to go home?
So a drunken brawler walks up, and then you can see her face like crinkle up in the most disgusted look that she can. And then she just puts a finger up and she says, "Darling, don't touch what you can't afford."
You're a bit snippy, aren't you? You're supposed to be white knighting. Come and get me.
Yeah. So
Okay. How much do you weigh?
Average weight.
Would it be possible to throw him across the room?
I will let you throw me across the bar.
I'll let you like lean into the throw, like really like
Wrestling
Yeah.
script and throw.
Okay, let's go. Let's throw him across the room.
So make an athletics check at advantage because Brawler is helping you. Advantage is you roll 2
You roll twice.
and
Oh, which sided one?
This one.
D20.
Where's the other one?
Oh, here.
Oh, here. You roll twice and then you pick the higher one and you add this one.
Roll those 2.
At the same time?
Yeah, you can.
Either
For
one of them?
tension, you can also roll one at a time. So
And then you
that's
pick the higher?
11 and 7. So 11 plus
Athletics?
athletics.
4.
Plus 4.
15, okay, yeah. So you walk up behind Brawler, just grab him by the collar, and then the sharper-eyed observer, especially those in the know, like you guys, you can see Brawler just go.
And as I'm flying through the air, it's like,
But for the rest of them, it just seems like Brawler, that you just come up behind him and pick him at one hand, and you throw him in these scatters into a bunch of tables, and then there's a little bit of a ruckus as he like crashes into somebody's party.
And bar fight.
and I'm just out cold.
And yeah, and she says, she gives you a bow, she's like, thank you.
How much do you weigh?
How much do you weigh?
I bet I can throw you across the room too.
So she leads you back to your own table.
Oh.
Hey.
See, wingman.
Everything.
Someone can sit with me and eavesdrop.
I'll
You wanna eavesdrop?
Yeah, sure, why not? Do the best that I could.
I can't do the accent, but you can safely assume that when the two of them are speaking together in their native tongues, it's rather much like Spanish.
Oh shit, I didn't understand that. Okay, never mind.
But if you're speaking in common, then they do have a distinctly Spanish accent as they speak to each other. Yeah.
I offer a drink.
He says, well, what do you have?
Something red.
I'll take that. He says. She orders up a couple of glasses, empty,
Yes.
and to be laid out on the table. She says, I wasn't expecting to find anyone so interesting. There rarely are.
As was I.
Good. So, what do you serve her?
Blood.
Whose?
Where'd you get the blood? Where did you get the blood? You known blood.
No,
Finely aged.
I hope not.
For the record though.
I prefer it fresh.
Very intelligent blood.
So you guys toast and you drink, and you're basically whining and dining here.
Sorry, what's your name again?
Her name, Francesca.
Yes.
Francesca Di Anita. Andia. Sorry.
Carry on.
So, at this point, you can feel free to begin to shift the conversation to where you want it to go. After you've made your pleasantries and she's finding out like oh, where you stay here, what are your accommodations like?
Yes.
You met others of our kin.
I'll go with that. Where do you? So what? I assume you're here. I assume you're captain of the ship.
Says, oh no. She says, I'm first mate to Captain Nicholas de Alderete.
I pretend to be surprised and say, "Oh, someone like you should be captain."
Oh. Are you actively just trying to win her over, or is this leading into something?
Maybe. Maybe a little bit of
Well,
both.
you have to tell me, because I have to tell you what the check
I
is.
like how you say
Or just eavesdropping.
It's nice and mysterious, I agree.
And I like to think Brolin's been laid on the floor for about 4 hours because he's not committed.
Pretending to be passed
Yeah,
out.
just at this point, like a half ogre bouncer, it's like dragging him out by one leg. This is like one ankle.
And it's a slight pass, I'm just like,
Got her.
We'll see how the conversation goes.
Okay, all right, sure. Well, I want to sort of skip us over into the meat of the conversation.
Yeah, okay.
So I'll just say that you guys share pleasantries and you share just enough, but you can tell that she's being as guarded as you.
Yeah.
No significant details pop up. Typically things that you would already expect.
Yeah.
She tells you her rough accommodations, how she's been living, that sort of thing. You find out that she does have a store of people
On the boat.
on the boat. She has a boatload of prisoners upon which she feeds.
Are they bad people or good people?
Well, due to the culture of the Legion of Dust, they only feed upon who they perceive to be bad. But
Okay.
that is relative to the person.
Yeah,
So some people believe, I mean, if you are on the side of the law, then obviously the guilty, the heretic, what heretic to your religion or whatever. But if to a pirate,
so it
a
was
bad person might be somebody that's trying to stifle their freedom, that is trying to impose unfair law, that sort of thing. So
it's not like people
evil is relative to the person.
but it would never have been like people she captured. Like
Well, it's possible. I mean, definitely not people that she would not bear a grudge on.
Oh,
So if she's feeding on them, she has other reason to, other than just feeding. Doesn't feed on innocent. But that's culturally appropriate. It's taboo for your culture to feed on just a random passerby.
so this would be the part where I ask about the captain.
Yeah. The Alderete.
What about the others?
So is he like us?
Of course, yes. I've followed him since the old days. Since the old days.
What are the old days? Am I supposed to know what the old days are?
She's probably referring to your pre-destruction. When the Legion of Dust was a significant force on this continent.
So like how many years is that?
Close to 100 now.
So have they? So can I ask if they've been anywhere near the homeland?
No,
They haven't seen any documents from there since.
that's a very specific question to ask.
yeah, how are you asking?
That's oddly specific, sir. How do you phrase this question?
how long do they live? Is there a age for the lifespan?
Nobody has yet met their upper limit. But they do seem to age visibly.
I'll ask. Oh, do you still keep in contact?
They tend to keep lifespans the same as elves.
Do they keep in contact with anyone from the old kingdom?
No. She would probably tell you that they live in free lives now.
And I'll ask if they ever miss home.
See, sometimes, certainly there were perks of being back home. Things were black and white, easy to understand. Food was available wherever there was. It never needed to really hunt. But she asks you, what do you miss at home?
Yes, it was easy to get food. like
So like deception check.
Why weren't you like my big ass castle?
A big ass castle, that's what it is.
which one do I use?
D20, always the D20.
This one?
Unless it's
This one.
Oh, this one.
Just one of them.
just
Just
one.
one. Right, even if there's advantage.
Why would you have advantage?
I don't know. It says here.
You get advantage if somebody's
Yeah, it's the
assisting you.
How come I rolled twice earlier?
Because, which one is this?
The throw?
Ah.
That thing?
You got advantage because somebody was helping you.
Oh, okay. So it's
Throw.
So throw one.
So 3.
So,
Oh yeah, deception.
okay,
Fine.
fine. So she says, it's okay if you don't want to say it. You want to say so. We're all running from something.
Nice.
She excuses you, but she obviously doesn't believe you.
I guess that's it.
You have your secret out of mind. So, at this point, you're gonna have to start making your move. Otherwise, she has a pleasant time, but eventually she excuses herself.
Sort of like lose interest.
Well, no, man. She was looking to find conversation. Found that certainly he certainly looks very well, and her initial contact with him is quite pleasant. But she's not holding the interest or anything. There's nothing really. There's no spark.
Does there have to be?
Well, certainly to hold her attention, and you haven't made any significant move.
Wait, if I get permission to go back with her, that would be on the ship.
You want to try to beg her on her ship. Yes?
I don't know.
That's what I was. Oh, I have an idea. Can I share an idea?
Sure. Go ahead.
What if you play into the doctor side of things and say, oh, I haven't had a drink in a while. Mind
You
if
just
I...
need a drink.
No, but more. That was just like I'm assuming.
I haven't destroyed a live person in a while.
We don't always do that.
So you ask if, maybe you can, share a drink with
Okay. So all I've been going on is this bottled blood. I was wondering, since you mentioned the personal store, is it?
She just raises his finger. Where have you been sourcing this blood? Come to think of it now, because the person that you've taken from is your ally and a friend. In your culture, this would be a big no.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Oh.
Which I did tell you. That
Yeah.
the feeding in your culture is traditionally only on the guilty.
Well, you don't have to say that. But where do you usually get your, before we met and all of that?
Animals in the wild.
Also, that is not. Yeah, that one is red. The cultural perception of eating on animals is similar to eating out of the trash can.
Yes. But I never followed the rules.
Okay.
You just made her drink animal blood.
No,
No, that was no blood.
blood, but
No,
the
but
gnome
she
was
doesn't
not
know
guilty.
No. Just be like, I murder some bad people every now
Yes,
and
I
then.
lie. I lie through my teeth.
So what do you say?
Yeah.
Oh, one of my contracts back in the day, he took some blood from me, I took some blood from him. Like, it was a fight, and then, yes.
A vampire?
No, human. Like, it was like a play, because we were in a fight. So, like, he wounded me a little bit, then I took blood from him. But I won in the end. The
A
fight.
gnome. She's asking where you got the blood
Yeah.
from.
I'm lying.
But you already told her that the blood is gnome.
Yes, he was a gnome. Bad gnome.
It's looking bad, man. First of all, you're basically saying that you have a friend who dueled
No, not friend. I didn't say she knows the contract.
contract.
Contract, yeah.
Okay, she said, what contract is it?
Bounty hunter contract.
That's true. What was the crime?
Huh?
What was the crime? Bounty hunters can, to be
Negligent.
clear, you can put bounties on anyone, even if they're good or bad.
Negligent mischief with
Jaywalking.
Criminal negligence.
Okay. Alright. Go ahead and make a deception.
But
D20.
I keep forgetting. This one is a 20.
Oh, one.
Yes.
Plus,
Yes.
Natural one.
what's your deception?
2, 3.
Deception.
I'll give you the thumbs up and everything, man.
She cringes a little bit and then she looks at the glass and she says, it's a bit of a simple question. I don't understand the need for this direction. I will thank you for the drink. She puts her glass down unfinished.
Yeah.
She stands up. Unless you want to do anything else. Stop her. 'Cause, for her, that's already, I mean, it's a simple question. Like, where'd you get this? And typically, because of your cultural norms, it wouldn't be a problem. You felt it. But you lied to the tea about something about that, and it sets her off. Basically, her instincts are firing off, and like something's fishy.
I don't think it can get any worse at this point.
Just go in.
Yeah.
Going for a bloody kiss.
Yeah.
Alright, let's do it.
I was joking, but
Let's do it.
No, I meant going conversationally. Try and dig your way out of this hole.
Wait, what if two options? Grab her hands and you go for it, or grab her hand and make like an honest, seemingly sincere admission.
Yeah, something like, but still alive.
Yeah.
start
Still
over.
alive.
Like, this is
So
Okay.
yeah.
sort of whispering.
here I'm going to give you a little bit of a way.
Wait, so the,
So here's what we're going to do. What's your perception score? What's your persuasion?
2.
2. Okay. Here's the deal. You can craft a better lie to get you out of this lie. In which case, you will have to make a perception check. And if you fail, she's going to be.
Bye-bye,
She's
Princess.
probably going to, at best, she will leave. At worst, shit can go down. Or you can give her a sincere truth about yourself to hang on to. And this has to be a truth.
Alright.
In which case, I'll give you a persuasion check and it'll be an advantage. But she'll know something about it.
Sincere truth.
What do you tell her?
Parts of the backstory.
Which ones? Because somebody's eavesdropping in the background, so somebody does hear you.
The fugitive part.
Alright,
you don't understand the language.
so what do you tell her specifically?
Well, I've been reluctant to share anything of myself because I was afraid that I couldn't trust her and word might get out because I'm technically on the run or presumed dead technically. And I'm actually trying to keep it secret because I'm hunting down my former captives.
Excellent. So go ahead and make a persuasion check at advantage. And I'll give you inspiration.
Yeah, that as you said, advantage, you can always, you
Who
roll
do you know this is a good time?
13 and 3. 13.
So, 2, 15.
Yeah. So you see that her face is sort of hardened into a mask, so that sort of her poker face. So like, I'm not giving you anything about what I'm feeling, but you see her eyes soften just a little bit, sad. And she says, "Finally, some truth." It's all right. For God's sake, I'm a pirate. We are all fugitives here, and I can understand your reluctance to share anything. But I didn't think that you would come down to you'd be so desperate as to lie even about the people we appointed. But I understand your situation. I can see that you sort of won yourself back to zero. Your initial impression brought you here, and then your consecutively failed lies got you out of here. You're now winning yourself back there. That's where you're at.
So now kiss her. You're neutral.
Sexual
You're
harassment.
neutral.
Okay, telling the lying, telling the sexual harassment.
Ask her to dance, maybe.
Oh,
Would you like to
In a
dance?
pirate tavern.
What kind of music is playing, by the way?
What kind of
Is there music?
Yeah, there's a movie music.
Is it
there's
slow?
there's a band basically. Yeah, you've got a fiddle, an accordion, somebody's on the drum.
Request the band to play something lively.
Okay,
That involves athletics, right?
performance. You wanna go for it?
Let's go for it.
Are you good? Okay,
So you already have inspiration.
it's up to you, brother.
Wait, can I so say yeah?
I'm gonna use my mainline and I'm going to slip. Unmute one of my devices and we slip and move that into his pocket. And then when he passes by, he whisper, okay, maybe just a little gift at the end of the night.
Okay. So something heavy weighs in your pocket.
Yeah.
Some sort of contraption. You're not entirely sure what it is yet, but you hear a whispered voice from his telling you what to do.
Okay.
Anyway, so you take off the dance.
Yes.
Go ahead and make a performance check. Is anyone helping him in whatever way?
From the background, someone's trying to be a mirror image.
The entire group is
Colin comes in drunk and dances terribly to make him look better.
What if other people also dance and we follow them?
Okay. Good. So you ask the band to strike up something fast and slow.
Slow.
We'll need partners for that, so if everyone's gonna dance, we'll need partner seats.
Meanwhile, in a dumpster outside,
So committed, he's still there.
Win there.
go ahead and make a performance
Yeah,
check.
just drag him out.
Performance.
Once.
Good luck.
It's a 9. It's a 9 plus. What's your performance? 9, 10, 11.
Yes.
Go ahead and make a constitution saving throw.
Wait, how was that?
So as you constitution saving throw, roll D20 plus your constitution saving.
Yeah, what?
D20.
Oh, it's the same one?
It's always the D20.
Okay, sorry.
Let's see. This is 9 always. It's another 9. Plus 4.
Plus 4, 13.
Okay, alright. You come in close to dance with her and you find that she is wearing the most intoxicating perfume in the world.
Nice.
It smells like she, this is beauty itself made into a scent. It is. Have you watched Perfume?
Yeah.
Creepy movie.
Story of a murderer.
Get all the oils
Yeah.
from the women.
It's sort of it's approaching that level of like, whoa, this is cheesy stuff. Like you're beginning to like phase out as you dance, but you seem to be holding up well enough for somebody that has no upbringing whatsoever. You're managing to take keys. She's leading, obviously. She seems quite a bit more experienced than you.
Yes.
So she leads you on the dance, and you're keeping up. You haven't stepped on your foot yet. You're doing well. And the dance sort of slows down, and then wraps up towards the end of the night. Let's say it's roughly about 2, 3 a.m. at this point.
Yeah.
Late enough that if you guys so decided to say, okay, that's enough for tonight, we can go home, or late enough, there might be something else, moving on to a different phase of the evening. How do you choose to try and end the night?
All our summer private.
Can I walk you back to your ship?
Well, you can totally just come back in.
You can just
You
come
have
back in.
abilities.
I'm committed. I'm so committed.
At one point, they actually go out to look for it. Like, oh, where did he go? And then,
Yeah, usually don't
What is the group
man,
one?
I think
When she comes out, I'll get her to go back in.
As yourself.
Yeah, I was myself.
What is the group one?
to lean it close into your heart and slowly breathe her in and whisper.
you can like whisper in your ears. Oh, sorry.
Dating tips from your own girlfriend.
Okay.
How did you even woo her?
Like a pirate ship.
Like a pirate ship.
Specifically that one.
Like your own pirate ship.
Did Bern coach you when you were wooing her?
I did.
Okay, lean in now.
Lean into my ear.
This is what I need to hear.
This is what you say to me.
Yeah, lay it out straight. Just read from the form.
Here's what I want to happen. There are frameworks when things
You know, what you could do is you could like wrap yourself around your wings first. And that's when you lean in.
Slow. Okay. Maybe Grail is like coaching you for.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, we'll do that. Let's do that.
You actually do
The wings, dude. And then take a swing.
not my style. That's not my style.
No wings, no wings.
Oh, I thought I could say.
So you can definitely, you can.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay.
So what do you
Back to your JS.
Okay, so
Do the thing and then
let's,
whisper it
let's
close.
just step back from the word first and then just think back to what are the goals? What are you trying to get out of this? Ultimately,
Oh, it was kind of changed at this point.
Yeah,
now you're just
I
trying to better.
understand.
It's not the captain anymore.
Trying to get on the ship.
You're trying to get on the ship. For what purpose? Because there are other ways to get on the ship.
The Captain
You
Nicholas.
could have just stuck on out of that.
Well, this is more fun.
I've been thinking the way this has been going is like to get her into a private place so that you could ask her. So what's your story? It's like how did you end up in the ship?
Yes.
And then hopefully she'd end up saying something about the captain.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, alright. So your ultimate goal is to find out the motives of the captain
Yes.
of the boat.
Yes.
Via wooing
The first mate. Yes.
So, tell me in excruciating detail how you ask her to go to the next level.
So, lean in really close.
Please, do it.
And then
She's rolling her eyes. It's
get
probably
a
never
bit
done
of
this.
that
Right?
perfume. And then say, would you maybe want to go somewhere more private?
Oh, excellent.
That
So,
I can make up for, so I can make it up to you for the.
previous
How
indiscretions.
dare you!
I am not a host.
What do you think I am?
Go ahead and make a persuasion check at advantage.
So you rolled twice of that? The guy.
Oh wait, you were.
Yeah, yeah.
2 D20s, yes.
Good luck.
Let's go with this one first.
Yeah, that could be.
You can do it.
What you get?
11. What is it? First week.
Say,
Yeah, wait, I thought it was the one, right?
Yeah. 13 and the
you can lift it.
8. So we take the 11, which is higher, plus 2.
13.
DC is not very high because you've sufficiently rolled very at this point. But yeah, so she said, absolutely. Your place or mine?
I've always wanted to see a ghost ship.
Okay, yeah, so she said, well, it's nothing to look at, but my quarters at least are very nice. So she, you see them arm in arm, going
Thomas is
around
still
the
like-
waist, yeah, walking down the grass.
And towards the entrance, towards the exit of the pub.
Reciprocate.
Finally. It's like high five.
And the entire team reads a sigh of relief. We're in.
Yeah.
God, he's terrible at this!
My wolf cub howls.
Oh, yeah.
There is so much effort!
The bartender, you have Grail at the bar, witnesses the bartender just sort of looking at them going, and then he goes to them, finally, guys, I was waiting for them to like, get a room or something. You can see that a lot of the patrons are like breathing sighs of relief of like, finally the sexual tension has left the room.
We can breathe again.
I can see your tavern
I
is
just
not
stand up and I'm like, everybody can relax!
We should have like a flat top.
No, what you don't realise is the whole bar was in on this, and everybody was
Everyone was just like staring as they were leaving the bar.
Get angry when you land on the table.
Right. So when they went outside,
So they're joking and joshing, and obviously you were, well, number one, you guys were very overly dressed and very gorgeous to look at. So out of place and eye-catching, openly flirting, very leaning in and being very sensual. So obviously the spectacle of the bar, you were unbeknownst to yourselves, half the entertainment of the room is full. But you leave, you walk down the docks,
I guess
up,
we don't follow because it's gonna ruin you. Okay.
up onto your ship. At the ship is moored, anchored in the middle of the bay. But you can see that there's a rowboat waiting for you. As you approach, you see that the person waiting in the rowboat is sitting completely still. As she begins to walk up, her heels are not too high. They're perfectly. She clatters down to the dock, to where you'll be able to step low enough to step onto the rowboat. Your dark vision reveals to you that this person is missing chunks of himself. He seems to be made of flesh, but he's like missing his jaw and half of his thigh, the meat of his thigh, and barnacles are growing all over him, and seaweed is like draped out of where his mouth would be, and he's just sitting down there.
Nice beard, man.
So, but it stands to attention with your eyes, and she steps on wordlessly, invites you on, get in, and the picture gets the oars, and you need to row tirelessly.
Just hit the restroom. You guys.
Yeah, where is it?
Central. You can go first.
Oh,
It's a one person.
She's gonna hold hand. I think we.
So, you finally, you get up to the boat.
Yeah.
A line is dropped for the two of you.
Yeah.
She guides up first, and actually she's on board. As soon as you're on, you realize that there are an assortment of undead on this ship.
Okay. Hold on a second, sorry. I have to take this.
Oh, so we can pause at this point. This conference.
Well, I'm gonna go for a cigarette while he's
Go,
doing
go.
that.
Wow, it's so noisy. I just saved this.